The first thing we're going to look at today is the review of the polyatomic ions. You're going to have to write these from memory for your test. So it'll be listed like this. I will give you the names. You'll have to write the formulas and the oxidation numbers. So carbonate, CO3, it is a 2 minus. Ammonium, NH4, 1 plus. Hydroxide, combination of oxygen and hydrogen is a 1 minus. Phosphate, PO4, 3 minus. Sulfate is SO4, it's a 2 minus. Nitrate is NO3, it's a 1 minus. And acetate is C2H3O2, and it is a 1 minus. Now we'll look at balancing a couple equations. First one here, given to you in word form, we have ammonium carbonate. So we have NH4, which is a 1 plus, CO3, which is a 2 minus. We write symbols, oxidation numbers. Now we crisscross, need parentheses around the NH4 to cross the 2 down. Reacts with is our plus sign. Aluminum sulfate. Aluminum sulfate is SO4. Aluminum is a 3 plus. Sulfate is a 2 minus. So we need to crisscross the 3 down here. We need parentheses around the sulfate. Oh, that needs to be a 2, sorry. And we have a 3 there. It says forming. Forming is your arrow, remember. Ammonium sulfate and aluminum carbonate. So you can see here we're going to have a double replacement reaction. We have ammonium sulfate, NH4, 1 plus, SO4, 2 minus, crisscross, have a 2 there, and aluminum carbonate. Aluminum carbonate is CO3, aluminum is a 3 plus, carbonate is a 2 minus, crisscross the 2, need parentheses around the 3. Now we set up our T-chart, left side, right side. We do have NH4 on both sides, we can leave that together. We have carbonate on both sides, we have aluminum, and we have sulfate on both sides. Make sure that you put SO4, NH4, CO3, not just like NH. So we look here on the left side, we've got 2, we've got 1, we've got 3. No, I'm sorry, that's a 2. Writing wasn't very good. And we have 3 sulfate. On the right side, we have 2, we have 3 carbonate, we have 2 aluminum, and we have just 1 sulfate. All right, so now we're going to balance this. We're going to get 3 carbonate on the left side. So we put 3, coefficient 3 out front there. That makes that a 3. It also changes my ammonium from 2. We now have 6. So now we go to the right side with the ammonium. And we're going to put a 3 here. We're trying to get the ammonium to be a 6. That does change that to a 6. And the sulfate, there was 1, and that changes that to a 3. We take a look. We have equal numbers there, equal numbers there, equal numbers there, equal numbers there. And again, if you want your final check to be, look up here at the ammonium. You've got 2 times 3 gives us 6. Over here we have 2 times 3 gives us 6. Carbonate, we've got 3 times the 1 gives us 3. Over here we have 3 carbonate right there. Aluminum, that's a 2, we've got 2, and we've got 2. And then sulfate, we've got 3 sulfate right there, and we've got that 3 times that 1 giving us 3. So you can always look again up top, kind of ignore your T-chart, look again up top, and you can see that it is totally balanced. Last one we're going to do here, already got it written out, so if it's already written out, all we got to do is make a T-chart and balance it. We've got aluminum, we've got SO4 on both sides, we have calcium, and we do have OH on both sides, hydroxide. We start out and we've got 2 aluminum, left side, right side, 2 aluminum. We have 3 sulfate. We have 1 and we have 2 hydroxide. On the right, we have 1 aluminum. We have 1 sulfate. We have 1 calcium and we have 3 hydroxide. So we're going to try to get the aluminum to be 2 on the right. So we put a coefficient 2 out here. Remember, we cannot put coefficients in the middle anywhere. So that changes that to a 2, and it changes the hydroxide to a 6. So now the sulfate, we need to get to be 3 on that side. Remember, this is what we cannot do. You cannot put a number in the middle there. You have to put it outside that whole thing. So we're going to put a 3 there. That changes the sulfate to 3, and it also changes the calcium to 3. So now this is equal here. This is equal here. We're going to work on getting this one to be equal. So we go over to the left side, and we have 1. So 1 times 3 gives us 3. So we put a 3 up there, and that also changes my hydroxide. I had 3, and it changes it to 6. So now that's equal, and that's equal. And we can double check it up top, and we would see that we are correct.